Welcome to Her Voice. Today we have a singer, songwriter, entertainer who's also known as the UK's #1 Pink act, Laura Tapp, ladies and gentlemen. Hi Laura, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Welcome to Her Voice.
Thank you very much for having me. This is really cool.
Oh, that's great. How does it feel to be part of these projects?
It's an amazing project and I completely 100% support it, so it's an absolute honour to be involved in it as well, so thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you for
and well done.
Yeah. Thanks. We're actually here to talk about the situation of women in the music industry today. And I was reading the other day a couple of very disturbing data, like there's only 3 solo women who have won the Mercury Prize in 22 years, or less than 5% of recognized producers are women. So this is quite alarming to me, and I really struggle to understand the reason why. What do you think about it? And do you normally find yourself getting compared to female talents mostly?
Personally, I kind of, with regards to comparison, I kind of put myself out there with that, being a Pink tribute act. So it's hard for people not to compare, or when they listen to me as myself, as a solo artist, I'll always find that people say, oh yeah, you do look like Pink, or, and that's just something that I've sort of, I've brought on myself, I reckon, and the only reason that I went into the Pink tribute side of things was the buzz that I get from performing to crowds of people and being on stage isn't something that's easily accessible as a solo singer-songwriter, unless somebody knows your songs, unless you're really established and you've got a good manager who's getting you those big gigs and stuff. It's really hard to get that that feel on stage. And although the intimate gigs are an amazing experience as well, just that buzz of being on stage and rocking out on the stage is something that I love to do. So I'm very lucky that I do that with the Pink stuff and with the cover bands that I've been in. And but yeah, it's really hard as a female artist to break through. I guess you've got to be something that's really out there to really break through, I believe, because personally I think that possibly the music industry works on the basis of what their audience is and how the audience responds to the artist, and more likely women are going to respond in a much more emotional way to men, aren't they? So that's where the money making is, I guess, is with the sexy boy bands, and
exactly.
and so as a female artist, it's really hard to establish yourself and get out there, and the ones that do are very good at what they do, and they deserve it. So,
Has it ever happened to you that you have been treated differently because you're a woman in the industry?
I think I'm quite bolshy, so I say it how it is, and I say it how it is, and I don't think I've ever experienced any sort of discrimination in that way, just because I'm a woman. But I have. Hold on, let me think about this question again. We can always edit this, right? Yeah. This is the one question I was struggling with, and I was just like, how am I going to answer this? Because there isn't really anything that I've actually sort of experienced. But let me think. Let's try. Have I ever experienced any sort of discrimination? Do you mean?
Yeah, that you were treated differently.
Okay.
Your career, or even with your music agency.
Yeah, I guess there has been instances where people act differently around you as a woman. Definitely on stage, jumping around in a leotard, people seem to prefer that, the sexy side of it, which is fine. Women are sexy, and they should be. But I haven't had any negative discrimination. No, I've never had a gig turned down. I've never been cast aside from a male singer or anything like that. And I think in the music circuit, especially in England, I think there's a very there's a level almost on the underground circuit, not with the artists that are more established, but yeah, everyone's very in it together, and female artists tend to go around in the same sort of circles, I think, and I'm not really making sense of this one because it's kind of hard. That's a really hard question.
It's good to hear different sides to the story.
I would hate to think that that happens. I'm sure that it does, and that's not right. But also, again, I think it's down to the like I was saying earlier, you have to really be something special to really stand out, to not be discriminated unless you're a boy band with thousands of screaming girls. You know, that's what you're going to get attention for.
Okay, but so looking from a different standpoint, do you think there's any way that being a female artist can be helpful sometimes, can be work on your favor?
I think being a woman in all areas of life can work in your favor.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, you know, and there is in life in general, there is a gap in gender equality, I think, and that's a lot of that's been around in the papers lately with the pay and things like that. And so yeah, why not? If you've got it, use it.
Yeah, okay.
but to an extent, girls, okay?
Yeah, exactly. To an extent. But is there anything that you would do if you were given unlimited power tomorrow to change the music and entertainment industry? What would you do? Is there anything you would change, and how would you do it?
Unlimited power.
Yeah.
Power that could be a very dangerous thing. But I think, thinking back to when I started out as a musician, what would I have wanted that would have helped me to understand how to, you know, get to the next step in the music industry, get a foot in the door. I would probably put a lot more information out there, make it more accessible for younger artists, to explore different avenues of how to get into the music industry and not rely on TV and media. And I think that's the only way that when there's a lot more creative ways of going about it, and you know, and if I'd have had that, you know, that how-to guide, which there isn't, there is no how-to guide. It is all about hard work and commitment, and you know, everybody can say that till they're blue in the face, but sometimes people just need that encouragement to say, you know, if you've got it, go for it, and you know, empower people. I think that's what I would do. I would empower people with empowerment.
Okay, that's great. Oh, I like it. Let's do that. Yeah. It's a new business.
There you go. Yeah.
And so and if you were given a £1 billion tomorrow to, there's lots of things happening
tomorrow is a good day.
Like wow, £1 billion to for a contract, a lifetime contract, unlimited fame, planetary fame, but you have absolutely no control over the kind of music and the quality of art that you produce. What would you do? Would you accept?
A £1 billion recording contract. Do I get to choose the cars?
The cars? The money is yours. But you can't control, you don't have control at all over the kind of art that you produce. So it could be anything, like even the crappiest of crap.
No, I think happiness is far much more important than any monetary value, to be honest with you. And if I took a contract tomorrow, this huge contract for the rest of my life, to sign away the rest of my life basically, then no, I wouldn't be comfortable with that, because I wouldn't be happy obviously if I wasn't happy, I wouldn't be happy, but if the art and the music is very important, and that's what brings out the creativity in me, and I think that happiness far succumbs any monetary value.
I I do agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be nice to have a nice car maybe one day.
£1 billion.
You know.
But then again,
It's a jail sentence,
the
isn't
compromise is a little bit unbalanced.
Yeah. But yeah.
But is there any woman or more than one women who inspire you?
Ever since I was very young, I've been inspired by lots of different women. I think. I'm going to be honest with you. My first CD I ever bought was Saturday Night by Wigfield. And I'm proud of that. I thought it was a great song. But when I started to really find my musical personality, the side of me, I was into Janis Joplin, Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, Diana Ross, Motown, women in Motown, that soul music, and that inspired me. And I think Janis's sort of rebellious flair and her crazy, beautiful voice, I was just blown away by that, and I was like, I want to do that.
Cool.
And
that's great.
I haven't stopped since.
Great. What's your average day? How's your average day? What do you do normally during the day? And do you rehearse, writing? You do writings?
I haven't written for a very long time, and it's something that I really want to revisit. But you can't force these things, and I haven't done that for a long time, as I said. But I've been working on other projects as well. I suppose again talking about sort of helping young artists and established artists to sort of make their way up on the music circuit and in the industry. I decided to start my own promotions agency. So I work on that, and when I'm not thinking about that, I'm thinking about my next Pink tribute outfit, or hoping that she brings out another album so I can still keep getting paid.
Of
course, yeah.
Makes sense.
But that aside, I do love the Pink tribute side of it. It's great fun, and excuse me, I got a bit of a cold. And it's more. A lot of people think, do you try to really be like her, or do you try to impersonate her to the day? And sometimes, to an extent, I do look at her mannerisms, and I do try to have that little Pink flair about it. But if anything, it's about capturing the essence of her and performing it for other people to enjoy. And I still get criticised though, don't you?
How would you describe the essence of Pink? She's a very interesting woman.
Yeah.
I really like her, so yeah.
Pink is incredible. I think she is a huge ambassador for women, all walks of women in general, gay women, just women, independent women, women in business, and she's definitely a great role model, and an amazing entertainer, and very, very strong. And I wish I could throw myself around on silks through a stadium of people. It's incredible, and there is definitely nobody like her, and it's an honour to be able to perform as her, and it really means a lot to me to do that, and it's a lot of fun. It's good fun.
Great.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now? Is there any project coming up?
So I mainly, my busy periods are the summer, so the festivals coming up. I've got a couple of dates in the pipeline. I've been asked to headline a tribute festival later on in the year. The name I forget now, but that's happening.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a busy time of year around the Pride festivals, so I think I'm back at Bournemouth Pride again.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully some more, so we shall see.
Good.
Yes.
How about the music agency? Is it Music on Tap? That's
Yes,
the name, right?
yeah.
Love it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
And you're Laura Tapp. I know you do the Bing thing, but I need a proof, actually. So I really need a proof that you can really sing, and I'll always say you are.
Okay.
So would you sing something to me?
Oh, okay. Just anything? Just
Anything,
a little bit of. Okay.
Whatever you feel like.
Okay. I'll sing you a bit of an AC/DC song.
Oh,
How about
wow,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
living easy, living free. Season tickets on a one-way ride, asking nothing, leave me be. Taking everything in my stride. Don't need reason, don't need rhyme. Ain't nothing that I'd rather do. Going down.
Yay! Love it. Great. Thank you very much.
You're
for being here.
welcome.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.